May 21st, Gemini season starts, and I'm going to recommend that you have as much fun as you possibly can this Gemini season, because next year, 2026, Uranus is also going to be in Gemini. Uranus, the planet of chaos, unpredictability, nature, and the primordial spirits, creation also will be in Gemini, and our Gemini seasons until 2033 are going to be very serious as Uranus is influencing Pluto, that is in Aquarius. So this is the final Gemini season where we do not have the influence of the underworld. Okay, got it. Because of this, you could also be feeling some endings happening this Gemini season, like we're moving into a new era. What a profound thing. How profound? Profound ending, profound beginning, profound transition, profundity. Things are profound this Gemini season. Because next year when we get into Gemini season, also, just a side note, Uranus moves in to Gemini July 7th. So however you need to relate that, that's the date. When we get into Gemini season next year, secrets being revealed. Pluto listening in on our conversations to see what we really want to do. What are we really talking about? Why are we talking about it? How are we talking about it? Who are we communicating with and why? And there could be things that in Gemini season starting next year until 2033 that we're talking about that we accidentally sign ourselves up through communication and words for a harvest come Scorpio season. But that's not happening this year. We still have a freed up schedule with the Gemini season this year. So take advantage of it, okay? Have as much fun as you can now, because it's going to be more serious next year. And just to put it into perspective, when I say the end of an era, Pluto just transitioned into Aquarius. That's like 18 years. Neptune is transitioning into Aries. It's in Aries now. It's going to retrograde back into Pisces later this year. That's a 14-year transit. And then Uranus is moving into Gemini this year, which is also ruling over where Pluto is right now. And then Uranus's transit is like 7 or 8 years. That's like some pretty big stuff. Whoa, hello. 18 years, 14 years, 7 years, all transitioning at the same time. Okay. So enjoy Gemini season this year, because next year's gonna be really different. Let's think about Uranus and Mercury in Gemini for just a second, okay? Think about Mercury and how often it changes signs. How often does it retrograde? 3 or 4 times a year, right? And then the planet of unpredictability, chaos, construction, destruction, reconstruction, Uranus is gonna be ruled by that Mercury that's running all over the place all the time. That just by itself, okay? And then on top of that, it's gonna be ruling over Pluto. Keep track of your words in the coming years. Don't speak things that don't need to be spoken. Keep it if you need to. And don't talk about this. This is for next year, okay? While Uranus is in Gemini, don't talk about the stuff that you don't actually want to do. That's going to be my advice. Because if you talk about it, Pluto's going to hear it. Uranus is going to hear it. Also, Saturn is listening in because Saturn is a part of the rulers of Aquarius. So Saturn's going to be like, oh, hey, I heard that too. Oh, hey. Yeah, me too. So that's okay then. Yeah, every Gemini season until 2033 with Uranus and Gemini going to be a little bit more serious. Let's just prepare. By having fun this Gemini season, by allowing yourself to go out and do what you want to do, dream a little bit, okay? It's the end of an era, right? It's the end. We're at the end. Let there be an end, then. Let there be an end. Let it be fun. You're allowed to go out and have a big old party and say goodbye. That's this Gemini season. Go out, have a big old party and say goodbye. We're going into a new place and a new space very soon. July 7th is when Uranus enters Gemini. So we're pretty close. So with that being said, gratitude, reverence, and love to you. Keep up your brew that you do. I will too. Have fun this Gemini season. I will too. Also, true. Let there be a lifted air for us, you know? Gemini season helps us to understand the change that we're going through. What are we looking at for the rest of the year? What changes are we looking at creating for the rest of the year? How are we looking at making a transition for the rest of the year? What does that really mean for us? And this is the final Gemini season for a while, okay, till 2033, where we're allowed to say things and then I'm gonna change my mind, actually. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna do something else. Come after this year, though, Gemini season is gonna bind up our harvest for Scorpio season. Our transformations, the death and rebirth. So have fun while you can. I'm not saying that the next years are not gonna be fun, but I am saying they're gonna be far more serious. It's like going to a graduation party and then now you gotta like go out into the big girl worlds, you know? So next year we're living in the big girl world. This year, we're still very youthful. So just translate that as you would need to. I'm not gonna over talk about it, you know. Okay, Gemini, thanks. Yeah, I'm not gonna over yap about it, but just to reiterate the seriousness of it, just go have fun. Okay, go have some fun. Because next Gemini season, contracts are getting done. Okay, that's it. I'll talk to you soon. And gratitude, rivers of love to you. I know I already said it, but I'll say it again.